So delighted to be joined by Brandon Scott. Brandon, how are we?
I'm brilliant, man. Thank you for having me.
No worries at all. So you're here at the Steel City Gym in Sheffield, but you're originally from Swansea. So how did this kind of link up come about?
Well, obviously I'm very close with Sonny Edwards, who is one of the biggest parts of the gym. So I was speaking to Sonny throughout the last year, I'd say, since when I fought in the Anthony Joshua card, where I met him properly in person. Then we got talking, just became a bit closer, and then it just kind of happened naturally. I knew I had to make some changes, and I'm willing to do anything to be the best version of myself. So after speaking to Sonny, we agreed that I'd come up and have a trial year where I now train with Pearce Gudgeon, who you know, my master Jedi. And I haven't looked back really. This is now my new home, from Swansea to Sheffield. Quite a big difference. Everyone can tell I'm not from here by my accent, but you know, it's quite a big difference. But the boxing here is mad. You have to say this is one of the best gyms in the UK, especially now with Michael Conlon just joined the gym. The stable's flying, so I'm privileged to be a part of it.
Your upcoming fight is in Sheffield in just over a week's time. Mm-hmm. How's preparation going?
It's gone amazing. It's basically done now. The work's done. It's flown by. I remember my manager rang me just before I came to this gym, and he said they offered me a few slots, and they said, "Oh, you could fight on originally Dalton's undercard on the 28th of September." I said, "Oh, that's like 4 months away." I was like, "Oh, brilliant! Yeah, 4 months away." And now it's next week. I'm like, "Where's that gone? Where's the time gone?" But I feel great. I can truthfully say, a lot of people, it's quite cliche, people say it's the best camp I've ever had. It probably is, in terms of the preparation I've had. I've always taken boxing seriously, always. But this is probably the best I've trained. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of performance I can pull out against a good opponent too. So I'm excited to see where I can pull out the bag, because I don't even know. So I guess we'll find out in a week.
So I know that you're known for your kind of press conference and workout antics. Can we expect another entertaining fight week from yourself?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Well, look, I have to save some of the stuff. I don't want to go throwing everything out now. Then by the time I'm on the God willing, I get to the massive shows, I'm like, I've got nothing left. I've got nothing. So I am, but I'm also this one. I'm very looking forward to the fight on this week, because I've been honestly, I've been away from my family for 4 months. It's been hard, and just to purely focus on my training. So yes, I've got some, let's just say, silly stuff planned, especially my entrance. I'm looking forward, you'll like my entrance. But I'm so focused on this fight, man. I want to see what I can get out of the work, because they say the universe is very giving. You get out what you put in. If that's true, then I'm in for a masterclass on the 28th, because I've put everything in. So I have got crazy stuff planned, always have, always will. But you'll see it on the 28th.
Your opponent for the fight hasn't been officially announced yet, but is it still your mission to, go in, get the win, and look good whilst doing so?
It's a very hard, it's a good step up for me. My guy from Scotland, 5 wins, 2 losses, which are both for titles. So it's a good, if I beat this guy, then I can show I'm at that title level. So not looking past him, then it puts me at that, oh, I'm this level now. Let's start looking, see what titles are there for me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do against that caliber. My last fight was a good step up, and I fought the fucking Terminator. It's about taking the right steps at the right time, and this is the right step for me at this right time. I know Pearce has all the faith in the world in me. I'm in the best gym in the UK, so I've got everything going for me right now. I feel like I've got the world in my hands. I've trained as hard as I possibly can, so maximum effort.
I know you're only 7-0 in this sport, but how far do you think that you can go?
Only 7-0. I'm like a veteran. I'm like a seasoned pro at this point. No, I say all the time, I want to be the best in the world. I want to be the best in the world. I think people might laugh at me for saying it, but that's what I want. I think a lot of the stuff about boxing gets overshadowed by the crazy stuff that I do, but I don't speak about my amateur pedigree, by a very high amateur pedigree. There's people right now who are being dubbed as, oh, this guy did great in the amateurs. Well, I was in the same team as all them, but I don't want to speak about that, because professional boxing is a completely different thing. but because I do crazy stuff, it gets overlooked.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine by, because that means I can only surprise people. So I'm, like I said, I'm progressing as a person, as a boxer. I'm learning every day. So it's been a big change to my life moving up here. It's moving from Swansea to Sheffield. It's not just moving down the road. I'm literally the other end of the UK. If this is the UK, I'm there. Sheffield is here. I've literally moved the other end of the board. So it's such a big change to my life, but it's exciting. It's a bit scary, but it's exciting. I love it here. I'm thriving. So now all that's left to do is go and kick ass in a week's time.
So there are some great fights coming up shortly involving fighters from this gym. Thomas Asomba takes on Charlie Edwards and Liam Cameron takes on Ben Whitaker. How do you see those fights going?
Man, Thomas is such a good guy. Thomas is one of those, like, just genuinely a good person, a good human being. You want nothing but the best for. You'll struggle to find a better guy than Thomas. And I tell you what, he's looking good in the gym right now. And I wouldn't just say it, he's looking very good. I've done a lot of sparring with him in the build-up. He's looking very good. He's looking very good. I'm so confident he's going to win, but I hope he does, because he's such a great guy, man. So, Team Asomba all the way. And as for Liam, what an opportunity. You said yourself when you came down to interview him, what an opportunity to fight. Not only fight a name like Whitaker, where if he beats him, it puts his name right up there again. Not only is it in Saudi Arabia on this Riyadh show, it's on the undercard of Beterbiev Bivol. That's such a big show. That's a huge show. That's like the best fight boxing can make right now, and he's on the undercard. I know his fight is the only thing that matters, don't get me wrong. But, just as a story to tell his kids, I knocked out Ben Whitaker on the undercard of Beterbiev Bivol. It's going to be great for him. So, and again, he's a beast. He's training great in the gym. So, I'm thinking about going out to it, so I can't wait for that as well.
Yeah, and so speaking of that fight, if you do go out, Bivol against Beterbiev, who do you think wins that one?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Beterbiev is getting old, but he just isn't aging. I don't know, he's like Benjamin Bucket, isn't he? He's aging backwards. I seen a video of him earlier and he was like doing this, had a 20 kilo weight bar and he was just turning it with his hand like that. I was like, what are you? I was like, what are you? Like, that's not even funny. What are you doing? Get a life, man, God. But Bivol, look at Bivol. I honestly, that's like the best boxer versus the best fighter. 20 KOs. I think Bivol's got a very similar record with like 13 KOs. I just don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna say Bivol because I've seen a bit more of him. But that's not really a prediction. That's just me playing eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
My final question, Brandon, going back to yourself, is what performance can we expect from you on September the 28th?
A fucking masterclass.
Brandon Scott, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.